Sorry. Ginger ale, that's why I did that. All right, y'all. We back in the lab. We back in the studio. This is Captain's Law Podcast and YouTube show. I'm your host, Rob. Good, what is this? Good afternoon? What time is it? It's 12:09 p.m. So good afternoon, good people. Thank y'all for joining me for another episode 127. This evening's topics will be, of course, Women's History Shoutout, Daylight Savings, NFL, Washington Commanders news, and Oscars shocking fiasco. First and foremost, let's go ahead and get into it. So this episode's Women's History Shoutout goes to Mrs. Keisha Accarelli, owner of Sophia Rose Bakes. She is a self-taught baker. She makes custom cakes, really nice cakes, and she makes cupcakes as well, like the thick joints, heavy ones. I've watched her from the beginning where she was just making those, kind of base model cakes to, I've seen her make, wrestling rings with, the ring, like an actual wrestling ring. I've watched her make like Sonic the Hedgehog cakes, St. Patrick's Day stuff, like pretty much can do all of it. And she's also a mother of twos, married. Shout out to the whole Accarelli family, and a very good friend. So I could not, highlight her. So definitely want to highlight Sophia Rose Bakes. You can reach out to her on Instagram at Sophia Rose Bakes, ES. Sophia Rose Bakes, all one word. And she's got a link tree or link on there where you can click and you can holler at her for any of your baking, birthday, wedding, shit, just because you want a cake needs, you know what I'm saying? Holler at her. So let's get into it. It's daylight savings, y'all. So we lost the hour, and I'm going to tell you right now, I am beat. My whole house was up late, you know what I'm saying? I laid in the bed, looked at the wall for an extra half hour. My daughter got dropped off late. I think the only person who was up on time was my son, you know what I'm saying? He had to get up and do his little jog. Shout out to Son. I hope we can be done with it, man. Daylight saving serves no purpose to me, man. It's like, why do we do it? I looked it up, man. I was like, why do we have daylight savings? And you'll be shocked at the real reason. Now, I mean, I know a lot of people say, oh, yeah, it's because of the farmers. It's actually not. It's actually not because of the farmers. It's actually because of World War I and World War II. So you had two other countries that started it first. For whatever reason, they thought it's for energy conservation. So they say, we're going to create daylight savings. We're going to do an hour here. We're going to do an hour there. And we got on board later, and now we're the only ones who do it. So there is actually no logical reason. It doesn't help at anything. We just the only idiots that do it. We're the only country in the world that does daylight savings. Don't quote me on that, but as far as I looked up, we're the only country that do it. So, I mean, how y'all feeling, man? Y'all tired? Because I know I'm fucking tired. It's going to take me about 2 weeks to catch up. That's usually how it goes. Now, when I get that hour back, I'll be good. But going into the summer, don't get me wrong. I love more sunlight. I love not getting dark to 7, 8 o'clock. Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Who wanted to get dark at 4 or 5 o'clock? But no, it actually doesn't serve any purpose. So if they can do away with that shit, that'd be fucking great. Moving on. Commanders went ahead and locked in Deron Payne. Which is it, Darren or is it Deron? I'm gonna say it's Darren. Deron Payne, 4 years, $90 million, $60 million guaranteed. Hey, that's a good investment, man. You got your young guy, you want to pay him. $60 million guaranteed might be a little steep, but you know what I'm saying? We'll see. I mean, it's still nothing as bad as Albert Haynesworth. But how y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about the signing, man? I think it's good. Why not? You know what I'm saying? He been balling out the last few seasons. Go ahead. But my question is, you got Montez Sweat and you got Chase Young. Now, Montez Sweat is on his last year of his contract, so he's getting $11.5 million this year, and then after that, he's a free agent. You know what I'm saying? On the other hand, Chase Young, he's not a free agent until 2025. So he gets $5.3 million this year, and in 2024, he gets 17.4. We're not going to be able to keep all three of them, right? So Deron Payne is already locked in. And you got Sweat coming up, and then you got Chase. I think it's safe to say you know who they're not going to keep. They're probably not going to keep Sweat. Number one, because this is last year, you're going to need to free up some money to pay Chase. Now, do you want to pay Chase? You know what I'm saying? How much is Chase Young worth? You know, he been hurt. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, that explosion ain't there yet. Now you got a whole off season for him to, you know, do his thing. You know, new coaching staff, you know, new owner, whenever they get off their ass. So really got a potential for it to be something good, but it's like, you know, how much money, man? You know, the Commanders notorious for paying these players and they not doing shit. But that's just the NFL period. So I'd be curious to see what you want to do. I would love to keep Chase, but at this point, man, I'm about the performance, not your name. You know, I know you was the, you know, best pick in the draft, or, you know, best defensive pick in the draft, but need to see some results. You know what I mean? You was doing real good the first year, and I think to say the second year you was playing hurt the whole time until your shit just gave out on you. So, I know they ain't just send me no message. I'm getting a work message. We're gonna talk through it. Anyway. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do, man. Again, I'm happy for Deron Payne. I feel like the organization is moving in the right direction as far as, you know, the rebuild. You know what I'm saying? All we need to do is we need to see what the quarterback going to do. We need to see what the owner going to do, and we need to see what the coach going to do. So stand by for the standby. Last topic. Ooh, the Oscars. So, news around the world, man. Jamie Lee Curtis wins Best Supporting Actress award. You know, when I first seen it, you know, I only seen the highlights. I didn't watch it. You know what I'm saying? The first thing I seen was I saw she was announced that she won. Well, they announced that she won it. They immediately put the camera on Angela Bassett's face. Angela Bassett was not clapping. Face was looking a little sad. I thought she was gonna start crying. But you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, Jamie Lee Curtis. So for like 20 minutes, I'm like, what the fuck was she in? I'm like, I know we ain't talking about Halloween because that shit was trash. But then I'm like, supporting actress. So I looked it up. So she was in this movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once. And apparently this movie did really good. This joint got an 8 out of 10 on IMDb. It got a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. And with a $25 million budget, this joint made $107 million. I might have to go watch it, man. I ain't seen the movie, but I might have to go watch it. And I know that everyone was basing Angela Bassett's performance on Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. That was the most recent movie. I thought her acting was really, really good. You know, I thought she was good, but, you know, I don't know what the stipulations is. I don't know is this a fan vote? Like, I don't know who votes this in because, you know, their budget was $250 million. They made $850. And they got a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb, and they got an 84% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know if any of that shit matters, but you know, if she didn't get it, I'm not gonna say, oh, she was robbed. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say that Jamie Lee Curtis is a good actress as well. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the movie that she was in wasn't as big as Wakanda Forever, but you know, I mean, these are two actresses who've been acting for a long ass time. Both of them got a pretty good catalog of work. So it was really free game. It was anybody's. You know what I mean? I could see if this was someone who didn't deserve it. I mean, I think Jamie Lee deserves it just as much as Angela Bassett. I'm not about to sit here and say who deserves it more. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to say that the internet is pretty pissed that Angela Bassett didn't get it. Amongst some other awards that you know, black actors or actresses were supposed to get and they didn't get it. Listen, man, if we didn't get it, you didn't get it. On to the next movie, man. Let's not go stirring up, you know what I'm saying, or who didn't get this, what's not fair. And we ain't doing that, man. Well, I'm not doing it. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. I'll just make reactions to it. But yeah, man, they definitely put that camera. Them camera folks be fast. It's almost like the camera was already, well, of course it was already on all their face, but they was like, fuck that. Everybody turned to Angela Bassett. And she just, you know, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Angela Bassett been acting for about 30 years. And I think shit, Jamie Lee Curtis might be more than that. Again, I'm not comparing, I'm just saying congratulations. Both of them are outstanding, excellent, and You know, it would have been a shock. Even if Angela Bassett would have got it, you know what I'm saying? It would have been a shock. And damn, Jamie Lee Curtis ain't get it. You know, that everybody movie was good too. So just look at it like that, man, before we just start pointing fingers and saying that, you know, white Hollywood and all this other shit. We just, come on, bro. So congratulations to them, man. Whoever else did won. I don't watch it. I can't get into it, man. I was watching basketball. But that's all I got, man. I'm going to get back to work. Captain out.